Hello, NBA fans. Daily news about the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm a fan of the Lakers show and I hope you'll subscribe to the channel and give it a like. Zion Williamson is coming off a rocky season, and he's showing signs of demotivation with the Pelicans. It's suggested that the Lakers make a move to bring in Zion Williamson and offer 3 players and a first-round pick in return. A healthy and committed Zion Williamson will leave the Lakers as a formidable team, poised to win championships now and in the future, as they would retain a potentially lethal duo, Luka Doncic and Zion Williamson. The Lakers should engage in a blockbuster trade to create Lob City around Luka Doncic and LeBron James for the 2026 season. The Los Angeles Lakers are no strangers to going all in, and heading into the 2025-26 season, another blockbuster opportunity could arise. With Luka Doncic establishing himself as the franchise's next superstar and LeBron James still at an elite level, the Lakers have a rare window to maximize their championship chances. The front office has already shown a willingness to build aggressively around their duo, but adding one more piece, particularly a dominant interior presence who can add a lob city to the offense, could push them over the top. Few players in the league fit that bill better than Zion Williamson, a powerful finisher who might need a change of scenario. For the New Orleans Pelicans, it might be time for a rebuild. Despite Williamson's jaw-dropping talent, his tenure in New Orleans has been marred by injuries and inconsistency. With a deep roster of young players and the opportunity to stockpile assets for the future, moving Zion could represent the clean reset the Pelicans have long avoided. This trade proposal creates a lob city in Los Angeles, but this time for the Lakers. Let's dive into how this trade could work out. Los Angeles Lakers receive Zion Williamson. New Orleans Pelicans receive Rui Hachimura, Jared Vanderbilt, Gabe Vincent, 2031 first-round pick. Los Angeles Lakers create a lob city with 3 superstars. The addition of Zion Williamson would instantly transform the Lakers into the most exciting offensive show in basketball. With Luka Doncic controlling the floor as arguably the best playmaker in the game, 28.2 ppg, 8.2 rpg, 7.7 apg, and LeBron James still operating as one of the most gifted passers in history, 24.4 ppg, 7.8 rpg, 8.2 apg, Williamson would thrive as the ultimate lob threat. The Lakers haven't had a true vertical powerhouse since Anthony Davis, and Zion's ability to dominate above the rim would bring back memories of Showtime while adding a modern twist. His explosive dunks off Luka's no-look passes and LeBron's transition feeds would make Los Angeles must-watch television every single night, as if they aren't already. Beyond the highlights, Williamson's fit is also seamless in terms of J.J. Redick's strategy. The Lakers often struggled with frontcourt scoring depth last season, and Zion's ability to bulldoze defenders in the paint gives them a reliable option when perimeter shots aren't falling. After all, the big man averaged 24.6 ppg, 7.2 rpg, and 5.3 apg last season. The Lakers' championship chances would skyrocket with this move, positioning them as a clear-cut title contender. While health has always been a concern for Zion, the presence of Luka and LeBron means he wouldn't be asked to carry the entire offensive load. Instead, he could focus on maximizing his finishing ability and providing energy on the boards. Not to mention, perhaps the LA spotlight would force Zion to work on improving his durability and weight. A blockbuster trade that makes the Lakers major winners. From the Lakers' perspective, this trade would be another home run for Rob Pelinka. They would acquire a third superstar without sacrificing either of their core stars or an overwhelming amount of future assets. Williamson's presence alongside Luka and LeBron would make the Lakers the most star-studded team in the NBA, and their ability to draw in role players to compete around them would make this team very scary. Austin Reeves, a fringe all-star, 20.2 ppg, 4.5 rpg, 3.8 apg, is a player who could benefit from such a trade. The beauty of this deal is how much it maximizes the Lakers' current timeline. LeBron James, even as he approaches 41 years old, is still competing at an elite level, and Luka Doncic is just entering his prime at 26 years old. By adding Zion, Los Angeles would bridge the gap between their current championship aspirations and their long-term future. Even if LeBron begins to decline, the duo of Luka and Zion could carry the Lakers for years, ensuring the team remains relevant on the biggest stage. Ultimately, this trade would be remembered as a defining moment for the franchise if it were to come to fruition. The Lakers thrive on star power, and bringing Zion to Los Angeles would continue their tradition of assembling headline-grabbing rosters. While there is always some risk with a player of Williamson's history, we trust Pelinka, J.J. Redick, LeBron, and the Lakers organization to maximize the player's availability on the court because he is only 25 years old. Luka Doncic's dad gives a lot of pain medical update on LA Lakers star after Slovenia win. Luka Doncic has been brilliant throughout Eurobasket 2025, but his journey in this tournament isn't easy. Luka Doncic just helped Slovenia advance to the quarterfinals after scoring 42 points in the round of 16 victory against Italy. The Los Angeles Lakers star currently leads the tournament in scoring with 34 points per game while topping the efficiency table at 36.7. Doncic expressed his desire to achieve something significant with Slovenia despite facing doubters and having a less talented roster compared to other tournament favorites. Sasa Doncic addresses Luka Doncic's physical toll from the intense tournament schedule. Slovenia's sports director and Luka's father, Sasa Doncic, recently revealed his son's physical condition after the demanding Italy matchup. The 33-minute performance took a considerable toll on Doncic's body amid the grueling, every-other-day tournament schedule, but he is generally fine. He's completely fine medically. A lot of hits, a lot of pain, but that's an integral part of the game. It would be strange if he didn't have any pain, considering that the games are practically every other day and that he has a lot of playing time, Sasa explained. The elder Doncic emphasized that while his son is managing the physical demands, the intense competition schedule naturally creates wear and tear on players competing at maximum intensity. NBA Insider shares update on if LeBron James will retire after next season. No one knows for sure when Los Angeles Lakers superstar LeBron James will call it a career, but plenty of insiders can provide insight on the situation. James turns 41 years old at the end of 2025 and is entering the final year of his contract with the Lakers, so him retiring after the upcoming season is a reasonable guess. However, he is showing few signs of slowing down on the court, which means he could continue adding to his resume if his passion remains. NBA insider Brian Windhorst of ESPN shared an update on what he's hearing around the league about James' retirement timeline. Now, as far as LeBron's future, I know there's a lot of speculation, Windhorst said. Based on my conversations, I honestly think they don't know. As far as I know, he's honestly going year to year. Could this be his last year? Yes. Will it be his last year? I don't know. Does he know right now? Maybe. But my interpretation is that it has not been established. He will see where he's at the end of the year. It's obvious the 21-time All-Star is chasing the 5th championship of his career, so how close the Lakers come to that goal could play a part in his decision. His individual play could have equally as much, if not more, influence on the choice because he hits free agency next summer. He averaged 24.4 points, 8.2 assists, and 7.8 rebounds on 51.3% shooting last season, so it's hard to imagine he has a significant decline. Let's say James has another All-Star campaign, but the Lakers severely disappoint. He could ink a 1 or 2 year deal with a different championship contender. Read more. Clippers coach Ty Lue drops bold Michael Jordan statement. Teams like the Cleveland Cavaliers and Golden State Warriors have been floated as destinations for the 4-time NBA champion. As Windhorst pointed out, the 2025-2026 season could be James' last, so fans of the NBA need to appreciate more than ever each time he steps foot on the court. Lakers can finally grant Andrew Wiggins a wish the Warriors couldn't. Andrew Wiggins is forever etched in Golden State Warriors folklore following his heroics in the 2021-22 season, having been the second-best player behind Stephen Curry in the franchise's historic championship run. But after failing to totally recapture that form since, Wiggins has only been involved in one winning playoff series over the past 3 years. He and the Warriors subsequently found themselves in a tough spot. While Wiggins was still a valuable player, he no longer held the ability to be the second-best player on a team looking to contend. Wiggins ultimately couldn't give Golden State what they needed, and Golden State couldn't get what they needed without moving Wiggins. That led to his departure before February's mid-season trade deadline, having been moved to the Miami Heat in a blockbuster deal for 6x All-Star Jimmy Butler. Lakers can now grant Andrew Wiggins what the Warriors couldn't. Wiggins is now ideally served as nothing more than the third-best player on a team, or at least one that's looking to contend deep into the playoffs. He kind of has that in Miami given the presence of Bam Adebayo and Tyler Herro, but neither of those players are at the superstar tier to make the Heat contenders anyway. That could change for Wiggins if he finds himself at the Los Angeles Lakers, something that has again come up in conversation after a report from NBA insider Mark Stein during Monday's piece on his Substack. The Lakers could offer Wiggins the perfect role, a defined position as the team's third or perhaps fourth most important player, where he feeds off the brilliance of Luka Doncic and LeBron James. The 2022 All-Star could focus solely on guarding the opposing team's best perimeter or wing player, then take advantage of open catch-and-shoot threes that Doncic and James could deliver him on the other end. Playing alongside Doncic, James, and in Los Angeles certainly brings a degree of pressure that many players can struggle with, but the 2022 playoff run proves that Wiggins can step up and become an even better version of himself in the biggest moments. The ironic aspect is that the 30-year-old would be an excellent third option for the Warriors now behind Curry and Butler, but the only possibility of that may come mid-season if the franchise can get Jonathan Kuminga back on a contract somewhere close to the $28.2 million Wiggins is set to earn. That gives the Lakers plenty of time to swoop in and nab the former Warrior star in a move that might elevate themselves above Golden State in the Western Conference pecking order. Luka Doncic's latest milestone proves he's reached an entirely new level. Luka Doncic was nominated for Best Defensive Player at Eurobasket 2025. Everyone in Los Angeles has been excited about just how the offseason body transformation of Luka Doncic could improve his game. One of the immediate answers has been the boost it has offered him on the defensive end of the basketball court. Doncic has been so great for Slovenia at Eurobasket 2025 with his defense that he was highlighted as a finalist for the first-ever Best Defensive Player award at the competition. That is a stark difference for a player who has often been criticized for his ability on that end. Some of the other notable names brought up in the polling include Finland's Lauri Markkanen, Georgia's Goga Bitadze, Germany's Dennis Schroeder, former Los Angeles Lakers guard Isaac Bonga, Doncic's teammate Edo Muric, and Turkey's Adem Bona. Whether or not Doncic ultimately claims the award is inconsequential. What his name being brought up among the leading candidates means for the Lakers is the key focus. The positives to be found from an improved Luka on the defensive end will help alleviate plenty of concerns for JJ Redick ahead of next season. Dialed and Doncic can lead Lakers beyond their expectations. Doncic's defensive deficiencies have always been overstated. Even so, it is encouraging to see the Lakers superstar swing the direction of the conversation so mightily with his performance at Eurobasket. Many will pay attention to Doncic being the leading scorer from the competition, and rightfully so. Doncic's 34.0 points during 33.4 minutes per game through 6 games is an incredible feat and one hell of a carry job for the Slovenian superstar. However, the ability to create extra possessions for his team should not be lost in the shuffle. Doncic also leads the Eurobasket 2025 tournament with 3.2 steals per game. Luka has even shown a little bit of shot-blocking prowess too, swatting 0.7 per game. This is all a long way of saying Doncic has been fantastic as a defender while leading his Slovenian national team to the quarterfinals of the competition. The NBA will offer far more difficult challenges for Doncic than Eurobasket has. The athletes are better, and that has proven to be an uphill battle for the superstar point guard in the past. However, if the defender seen in the NBA next season is a lot closer to that of what has been on display at Eurobasket 2025, the Lakers will be so much better off for it. Boasting an elite defensive unit with Doncic in the mix certainly is not impossible. The Lakers had a confident stretch as the league's best defense during the 2024-25 season. The Dallas Mavericks also ranked 5th in defensive rating, 110.7, during their push for a championship in the 2024 NBA playoffs. Doncic's opportunity to showcase this transformation will be rapidly approaching. 2025-26 will be his proving ground.